I was at Capital Con, this capital raising conference yesterday here in New York City, and I met a guy that he just does something in sustainable organic farming. He was telling me that he owned this domain name, and he found out on our business side of Harbor City Capital, we own a company called Responsive that generates leads. And so anyway, he was telling me that he owns this domain name that is in a particular niche, and he's never done anything with this thing. He's owned it, I think, since the 90s. So I thought, I told him, I said, I think we could monetize that. So we began to talk about what can be done, but it reminded me of how many people are sitting on top of something that has value to the marketplace. You could be sitting on a business idea and some information. For example, let's say in your job or in your business or in your career that you have figured out how to do something better than a bunch of other people have figured out how to do that same thing. Well, if that's the case, I'll bet there's some other people out there that would pay to have that information. You can put it in a book, you can put it in a training program, you can put it in a coaching program. You could take that information and monetize it in some way by sharing it back with other people who are in the same place you were when you figured out how to do that better than other people. As we're coming to the end of the week and getting ready for the weekend, what is something that you have in your life, in your background, in your experience, your depth of knowledge, in your business, in your career that you have set on that it has value? The story, Acres of Diamonds, is about that idea. It's about the guy that, sells his property and goes out seeking wealth and diamonds only to find out that it's in his own backyard. It's right there waiting for him in his own backyard. And so I want you to think about that today. What kind of situation, what kind of information, what kind of background, what kind of knowledge, what kind of domain names, or maybe a piece of real estate or something that you're not monetizing, you're not turning into cash or into value, and what can you do with that starting next week? How can you change that? How can you begin to use that same value, use that same information, use that asset, that underutilized or overlooked asset, and turn it into money? All right, so it's Friday. I'm going to see you guys later. We're here in New York City again at the Capital Raising Conference, Capital Con. Next week is Leads Con here in New York, so I'm sticking around over the weekend. We're going to go to Leads Con next week, and I've also set up some meetings here while I'm in town with some other folks, and meeting with them about putting some money into Harbor City Capital's fund, and meeting with some folks about our lead generation activities. So anyway, we'll be here through the 28th, and if you're in the New York City, reach out to me and say howdy. We're at 43rd and 8th at the Westin right here at Times Square. All right, guys, take care. We'll see you later.